Okay, looks like at the beginning of the month, Cancer, you've got High Priestess in reverse. So what that says, High Priestess is a card of trusting your intuition, looking within and basically seeing information that's usually hidden or behind the veil. And she's a fairly powerful card. She is a major arcana card. So what it's saying to me at the beginning of the month is that you may not be trusting your gut feelings, or you may need to employ more of your intuition. You may need to rely upon more of your connection to your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. Whenever you're getting gut feelings about something, or flashes of insight, this card is saying you need to trust your gut more. When this card is in reverse, it's saying you're not trusting your inner guidance, your inner intuition, your inner gut feelings. So I'm going to encourage you, Cancer, to follow that, because there's something about that in relation to Nine of Wands here in reverse. I think it's possible when cards show up in the reverse position, it usually is employing some sort of doubt or fear. And it's possible that the reason that this is showing up in the reverse position is that you don't trust that by following those gut instincts that you're going to survive. Nine of Wands is the card of the survivor, the person who endures battles. He keeps getting knocked down and gets back up. There's nothing that can really hold him down. He keeps surviving and living for another day. This card often reminds me, I call it Cool Hand Luke card because he keeps getting knocked down and gets back up. But it also reminds me of a Beckett quote that says, "Ever tried, ever failed, never mind, try again, fail better." This guy, he can be a little bit defensive, and he can be a little bit paranoid of like always looking over his shoulder, waiting for the next battle and waiting for when he's going to get knocked down again. But ultimately, he's a survivor. And when I see these two cards together in reverse, it's saying you're not trusting your intuition, you're not trusting your gut feelings because you're afraid that you might not survive. You might not make it through it, is why you're discounting those. But I'm going to encourage you to try to follow that. Try to follow the hunches and the information that's coming to you intuitively, because it will allow you to become the survivor. It will allow you to become the guy who can't be held down for long. Or if he does get knocked down, he does get back up. So look, you're a moon child anyway, Cancer, and that's what this crescent moon is about. You have a direct link to your subconscious just as being a Cancer. You're an intuitive, emotional sign anyway. You fluctuate, like your moods fluctuate just as the moon does, and that you actually connect with moon energy a lot. So I'm gonna say trust it. Don't have fear or doubts about it. Also towards the beginning of the month here in June, you have Queen of Coins showing up, and she is a master of all things having to do with the physical world. So she's good at budgeting, she's good with money, she's good with finances, she's good with resources. She's basically like a very grounded, very down-to-earth person who is good at managing things. Often she appears as an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, and she's showing up for you. So she actually has some good advice for you about not engaging in the low side of hermit energy. She may come to keep you company when you're feeling alone, or she may have words of advice for you when you're feeling like the low side of hermit, and I'm saying the low side because he's showing up in reverse, is feeling isolated, feeling like you're by yourself, feeling like the whole rest of the world isn't participating with you, or feeling, again, just isolated or lonely. So when hermit is in reverse, hermit's all about the truth, by the way. He strips away everything of the mundane world in order to get to this higher truth. He's not worried about like gossip. He's not worried about the outer trappings of things. He's not worried about politics or anything to do with the outside world. He strips everything away to find out truth with a capital T. And he's willing to go up into the mountains and separate himself out from the rest of the world to do that. That's the high side of hermit. Low side of hermit, when this doubt or fear shows up in the reverse position, means that sometimes the low side of hermit is coming up. You're not seeing the truth clearly. It's obscured, or that you're feeling isolated or lonely. This Queen of Coins person is going to be able to help you with that. So this could be a mentor. This could be a counselor. This could be a wife, a girlfriend, a romantic partner, a sister, a mother, any person who fulfills this archetype of Queen of Coins energy, down to earth, grounded, practical. That person's really going to help you in terms of any low side hermit energy, which is isolation, feeling misunderstood, feeling the truth is obscured, feeling confused, feeling out in the cold, all of that. So look for someone to help you who is Queen of Coins energy at the beginning of the month, especially if she's an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And then in the middle of the month, Cancer, you have, ooh, this is interesting. Be careful to be truthful in your relationships. This card, Seven of Swords, and be careful that other people are being truthful with you in regards to your relationships. The reason I'm saying that is because I'm seeing lovers here surrounded by Queen of Swords in reverse. She's usually a very truthful person. In the reverse position, there may be some sort of like shadow energy going on there. And Seven of Swords is kind of criminal behavior. Seven of Swords is very me energy. It's like cutting corners and willing to like steal away those 5 swords. But people will see this happening. This is someone trying to get away with something, but people actually see it. And so be careful of like thief energy or someone trying to cut corners or looking out for themselves at any cost or any expense. This is in the reverse position too. So it's kind of like saying there might be some fear or doubt in as far as someone acting like this. Are you worried about someone cheating on you? Are you worried about someone being honest or that whether you can trust them or not? There's this energy showing up on both sides of it. It's almost saying to me that if you're in a relationship, neither person is being truthful with the other. This is Queen of Swords who says, you know, even though she's normally a very honest, forthright person who's in alignment with the truth, you know, I don't know if she's showing up that way. It's kind of saying that maybe there's some mistruth going on. Same with this person, you know, if this person here is trying to just cut corners and get what's theirs, I'm just saying be careful with honesty in relationships when this is happening. This is very vulnerable. This is very intimate. Lovers is, you know, the card pretty much depicts it. It's being naked with another person. It's being intimate. It's being close. And usually trust is the inherent bond that brings people together. That's what's represented by these lilies is honesty, purity, innocence, you know, all the things that allow things to bloom and allow trust to bloom. With these 2 cards in the reverse position surrounding that, you need to be sure that you're being honest with your vulnerable, intimate relationships. You also need to make sure that the other person is being honest with you because there's a lot of dishonesty surrounding that. So be aware of that, Cancer, especially towards the middle of the month. And then this card, 8 of Cups, says, you know, you might be willing to move on from something. They might be ready for a change. 8 of Cups means completion of a cycle. Cups represent our heart energy, things we love, things that we've poured our tender, loving care into. And then this figure is willing to walk away from it. This is something you've put a lot of time and energy into, a lot of your heart. So whether it's a home, a relationship, a lifestyle, a job, something is coming to the completion of a cycle. And 8 of Cups means feeling like weary or tired. And with this moon showing up, Cancer, I just like with this crescent moon here in High Priestess, you're going to be able to trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your emotions about when is the right time to leave. What's the right time to move on? Is there a new cycle that you're ready to go to? If there's been dishonesty in a relationship, it may be time to move on from that. I'm just going to acknowledge that this may lead to this. In the cards, it certainly is. Or you may be assessing whether it's working for you, whether you need to make a change. This could be a literal departure from whatever's going on, or it could be a figurative one in saying that you're ready for a new cycle. Either way, it's saying after this happens, you might be just tired of it and you might move on. What's going on down here, you've got a king, a page, and a knight all engaging. Here, this knight can be an earth sign. This person is someone who's very practical, just like that queen of coins up there. In fact, in this whole column, we see 2 queens and a knight. The queen of the coins person, this earth sign, is more trustworthy than this queen of swords person at this particular time. If this is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, they may not be showing up in their most truthful way. If this is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, then in many ways they're going to be more reliable with you. Both of these figures, it's saying that being practical, being down to earth, being responsible, grounded, considering the bottom line of things, considering the impact of decisions is going to be beneficial for you, Cancer, right now. I call this guy the salesman, and the bottom line card, this is Jack of Coins, which is actually the same birthday as the United States. And if you're a July 4th person, that's a Jack of Coins energy, if you're that Cancer. So if that's you, this is showing up even more for you. But he considers the impact of his decisions. He holds up the coin and says, he kind of takes his time in making a decision and considers, like, is this going to benefit me or not? He's a good energy for you right now. Sometimes it's considering money and budgets also. These two, on the other hand, you may be witnessing an argument between like a fire sign person and an air sign person, Cancer. I don't think either of these is you, but this could be an argument between an authority figure and a younger person, or an adult and a child, or it could be, family members that you are surrounded with. Again, a father. Page can often can represent daughter or son. It's just a younger person. So if this is a fire sign person, that could be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And this is an air sign person, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. There's some sort of way where they're not seeing head to head. And neither of them is really seeing it clearly. You may need that earth sign person to come in, who's actually sort of off in left base. They might be saying, I'm ready to end this. I'm ready to come to a conclusion. In fact, it may be that this 8 of Cups energy, being ready to move on, finally arrives at the end of the month. Death means the ending of a cycle. It's a completion card. You can see in it this rose is being cut. And I think that if you consider the practicality of the matter, whether this is an earth sign or whether this is you considering things sort of like, this guy's a cost-benefit analysis kind of card, where, is it worth it for me to stay? How's it benefiting me? Is it practical? Is it grounded? I'm seeing that there's an end coming to something. There may be a way in which, again, through good advice from a Queen of Coins person, you decide to move on from any... I see this as bickering, and this is as, conflict. Fire... This card usually means optimism, motivation, idealism, willingness to go into something. And this card is usually wise judgment and analysis, standing on the side of the truth. Neither of them is showing up in their high side position. This guy he's kind of almost too serious and too heavy-handed and too like, I know it's the truth. I'm saying it's this way. It goes this way. There's only one truth. And this guy's saying, no, I've got this passionate idea. I'm willing and open. In the reverse position, neither of them. I'm getting a lot of stubbornness here, actually. That's what I'm getting. So, Cancer, see if you can find some people, if it's not yourself, which it very well may be, see if you can find some people who are more grounded, more practical. Earth signs are going to help you during the month of June, especially if there's something that you want to get insight in regarding relationship and honesty or dishonesty. And as far as coming to the end of something or drawing a conclusion, moving on from something, this Jack of Coins is going to be helpful towards that, as well as this Queen of Coins, or if that means that you're employing the energy of either of those cards. And do trust your intuition. It's going to help you survive through anything that you might be confronting.